Excuse me. I was expecting to hear a ribbit back, just like I hear things in my sleep. How are you guys doing today? So I have to apologize, even though I didn't know there was something I should apologize for. What the fuck is this? Kino Casino is doing something over there. Um, at the time, I did not know that would be that would be my final thing. We actually got a week and a half of extension, so for a week and a half, I can still make videos, stream with y'all, do everything. So Multiverse Live on Sunday is going to happen. However, maybe I shouldn't say that. That's behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I still have at least another 10 days on here. So I apologize for misleading. I myself was misled. And look, I'm just going to own up to it. I didn't know, but I also, the news hurt me as well as it hurt a lot of people. I apologize. I will never, I'll never live over that. But how are you guys doing today? Yes, we are doing a solo streams, which means that it's probably going to be a little bit shorter, even though I have a shit ton of stuff lined up. We're just going to see how it rolls. And I don't expect anybody to be here. But if you do show up, you are a fucking legend and you are beautiful in your own way, just like Ray Stevens used to sing. Everyone is beautiful in its own way. Notice he said it's. What are you thankful for, babe? Oh my gosh. It's almost like on Saturday we're getting married. Yeah, next Saturday. I think everybody knows that. That's why we're not doing anything next week. Well, next weekend. We'll be out of commission. We are not live streaming the wedding. We are not. Also, we were planning on having a very small wedding, and now it has ballooned into 3 times the number of people that we ever wanted to be there. We were going to have the party with everybody that we wanted to be there later, but this is strictly supposed to be like 7 people. Now it's like fucking 25. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? Who'da knew? Okie doke. Oh my goodness, what a long day. It is very strange whenever your job is now on the road all day. I can sympathize with Hayden Wayne. You got cricks in places in your back and your neck that you didn't even know existed, but you still kind of just want to keep trucking along. Maybe that's where that phrase comes from, because I still want to do it. I want to get out there and make some more money right now. However, I enjoy this more. Even though it doesn't pay, I still enjoy this more. This is like my passion. So even if I suck at it, which apparently I do, fuck you, bitches. Now, we have to start off with something. Let's just clear the air, get it out of the room. The quartering has that whole situation. We have finally found out what those arches are for. But there's an elephant in the room. That this is not going to be a huge topic. I'm going to let the guys from Friday Night Tight speak for themselves. And, this is just a small portion. And I know this is not the way that I normally do a live stream, but this just needs to be shared, in my opinion. If y'all haven't seen, if y'all haven't watched, it's going to be a little bit longer than normal. I'll try to pause it every once in a while, not for copyright or anything like that, like just to give my own 2 cents on everybody's take.
Coincidence.
Sure, there's 0.001% of plausible deniability, I guess.
Yeah.
There's an email that nobody's seen yet that apparently has disappeared because you know what I did yesterday, guys? I researched all of this. I made sure I was prepared for this statement to make sure I watched Kino Casino.
You did research before
I did research before I decided to talk about something. And
it's so crazy. Okay, I'm not making fun of any of these guys. Actually, these guys, I love every single person on this panel. But it's just funny to me. While Gary says it took him all day to research, it's like it takes you all day to read like a paragraph. But not to shit on him, but I am glad that he did his research, because there are a lot of things that just keep coming up. Like every other day, there's a new bombshell that keeps appearing, and then the quartering can't stop from putting his foot in his mouth. So, I mean, this is something that I don't know if he's trying to do it for internet drama in order to make himself relevant again. And that's like kind of like a boogie thing. I don't know if that's exactly what he's trying to do, but like it is getting out of hand. And now the whirlwind, the tornado is bringing other people in, including Chrissy Mayer, which is exactly what they're talking about or are going to start talking about right now. And that's the reason why I have this part pulled up, because of that interview with her and Melanie Mack last night, which I watched. I watched not only on Chrissy's channel, but I also watched Cammy, my boy Cammy, Camelot 331. He kind of stream sniped a little bit of it and gave his commentary, and supposed to have her on the stream just to let Chrissy explain herself, and then she dipped out. And then notice that Friday Night Tights, Chrissy's not here. So there's obviously something going on. I'm going to leave my comments to myself as far as like what I think, but well, with that one situation, don't worry, you'll get into more
and find out what the hell's going on. And
Trying to beat Ryan Kennel or something, getting all prepared and doing
just
research.
once.
Yeah.
Just once.
Did you get a
Just
PowerPoint
once.
presentation, to kind of help?
Don't pick up the bottle, Gary. You're going to start feeling the sudden urge.
Hold up.
You're going to start feeling the sudden urge. Don't go back.
I got my bottle of water here. It's all good.
Yeah.
cheers.
It's all good. So Chrissy's not on the show today. I had a talk with Chrissy yesterday about the situation she inserted herself in, whether it was due to ignorance of the situation or not. That's something.
Before I let them go, that she was not ignorant of the situation. There's absolutely no way, unless she is like master of the TDS, where he actually takes a Sabbath and goes completely dry of social media, because of his Jewish faith and everything. And, shalom, shalom to him. There's not knocking down on him. But unless she has been like that for fucking weeks, there is no way she didn't know about it. I do not buy that in any way whatsoever.
She's going to have to address on her channel. It is not anything I feel I need to answer for or will answer for. I will say unequivocally, if I could pronounce the word, that I am against false flagging in all of its forms. I'm against even slightly hinting at false flagging that can cause more false flagging. I'm against stealing content. These are things I don't like. They are antithetical to everything we do. Authenticity and integrity is all we have. And when that is in when that is in question, that's a big fucking problem. That's a big problem.
Yep.
So again, I spoke to Chrissy yesterday, told her the situation, and she has decided to address it on Sunday on her channel. And
Sunday on her channel, she agreed to address it on Camelot's channel. Bullshit. Oh, now it's not going to be on her channel. On Sunday. It was supposed to be today on Camelot's channel. She agreed to it and then backed out. Maybe this was after she talked to Gary because she wants her spot on this panel here. I don't know. That's just speculation. But that's very fucking fishy. It's way more fishy than the Quim that they should. I shouldn't say that.
And I think that's a wise move because it's not something that's going to get addressed here because it would just be a Chrissy roast fest for 4 hours. And it might not be that way anyway.
Well, I think it's a wise move to address it. I think it's a terrible move to wait 3 or 4 days.
I
You could have
agree.
went on with Camelot because Camelot, I guess, is going to have her on and try to break everything down. And
My boy Cammy will break it down. Why did you not do this? Now, he will be respectful about it. That's why I think she should have gone on with him, is because he basically doesn't give a shit how shitty of a person you are as long as you own up to it. But he wants to understand. Let's break it down. Why did you do that? We knew you knew. Because of things that you've done in the past, because of things that you've said recently, because of the panels that you've been on where they are talking about it. This isn't the first Friday Night Tights where they've talked about this issue. And she was on the panel. So there's no way that she can claim ignorance on this. But Camelot would also give her a fair shake and be like, explain exactly, like, were you trying to ease it in? Or were you letting the super chats? But the thing is, she got so upset at the super chats, like, I might need to mute them. I was like, they fucking paid you. You also had a Twitter post saying that like, this might be the show that gets me the most super chats ever in one stream. You knew what you were fucking getting into. There's way more than coincidence going on with that. So I am not making any excuses for her, but I'm also not putting her down. I'm just saying, call a spade a spade. You fucking knew.
And she, whatever. She, I don't know her business. Like maybe she couldn't make it or whatever. But, this is a situation that needs to be addressed as soon as possible. And on the internet, 24, 48 hours is a fucking eternity. And not addressing it ASAP it's just going to make it even worse. But it is what it is on that.
Ultimately, Gary, what you said, this stunning and brave stance of I'm against false flagging, I'm against stealing content.
I'm against bad things.
Equivalent to saying I'm against taking puppies.
Yes,
I'm against. It's the easiest statement to make, right?
Yes.
This is as content creators in every space, political, gaming, entertainment, Minecraft YouTubers, whatever fucking content people are making, naked yoga, makeup stuff. The one unifying rule that binds us all is you don't false flag channels. You don't take channels away. You don't try to flag people for revenge or get them demonetized, because you never know when that's going to be weaponized and turned around on you, especially with all the shit we see going on right now.
Right.
Hold on, I have to check real quick. She heard Ryan Kennel. I just wanted to see your voice, your face. Oh, okay. She's not. Y'all couldn't hear. She's not asleep, so she's not scared that she heard Ryan Kennel go off on a rant. But yeah, so that's like kind of the gist of the way the FNT crew this evening kind of started off handling it. Now, yes, they did go into it a little bit more, but I thought, the top three, not by like favoritism or anything like that, but like Gary, Jeremy, and, Ryan, them giving their thoughts just on the entire like little mini scandal that has popped up. I thought it was very poignant. They didn't pull any punches, but they also didn't throw any punches. It was more like adult advice, shall we say. But now that we're off of that, don't worry, there will be no more jokes. We're not talking about that anymore. There's a whole bunch of other fucking shit to talk about. First being this bookmark, which I thought was hilarious. Oh, hell yes. The answer to that is hell yes. Fuck around, find out. That's what you get. Now, there was another one that I bookmarked, but I don't think I'm going to show it, where whenever he actually did survive that, which a lot of people don't survive that. You take out a truck that has that much PSI in the tire, and especially breaking the wall like that, it does explode, and it explodes in your face. Not only does it throw shrapnel and the basically rebar that's on the inside of the rubber tire, that shit can fucking eviscerate you and immediately kill you with the shrapnel. He did survive, but the way that he went back to his tribe was crawling on the ground like a monkey. So, fuck around, find out. Do monkey things, get monkey consequences. I only have 2 beers for the entire stream. All right, keeping myself to that. And that was a very small sip, and I'm going to put that up there so I'm less inclined to drink it. My water bottle's right here. Yeah. Water for the poor. Speaking of other really crazy and stupid, insane things that have happened, 26 crew members from those Disney ships, not only Disney, but there are other ships. 26 crew members arrested for possession of child materials after Disney cruise reaches port. What are these child materials you might think of? At least it's not trafficking children, shall we say that? It doesn't make it any better. A sin is still a sin. You're still going to hell. Repent and be saved, or be thrown off the fucking deck like the pirate that you pretend to be. I don't care if you have a fucking work visa for 4 fucking months to live in squalor while you just, all these, cute little kids that we have to like feed the buffet, and we see ice cream on their face. We want our ice cream on their face. This is what these fucking degenerates have always tried to treat people whenever they get their golden ticket to sail on the high seas with these families who are very much enclosed, and let's be honest, they are captured on the high ocean Nothing but blue around, can't see nothing, and they can have their way with them. It's fucking disgusting. Now, how did they get to this point? Well, it's easy. Disney vacation experience has long been associated with family time spent without worry. Except Disney vacations now include people dressed up as Minnie the Mouse with full fucking beards. Now you have people in Disney World who are transgenders inviting kids into the shop. For many, that image is now being questioned following the arrest of several cast members aboard the Disney Magic cruise ship. Now, like I said earlier, they are not all from the Disney Magic cruise ship, but there were a lot that were. Around 6, if I'm not mistaken. According to the New York Post, authorities say the operation extended beyond Disney and involved multiple international crew members working aboard cruise ships. However, you chose to hire them. You had to have vetted them, right? Right? You had to have vetted them, known what their background was like or what their proclivities were. You had to have known that, right? Oh, wait, you didn't know, because all inclusivity. There's your DEI cruise ship, guys. It gets your kids having pictures taken care of them, taken from them, of them, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but it has your kids being sexually abused in one way or another. Now there's a federal fucking investigation. Rightly so. Between April 23rd and 25th, 5 cruise ships docked. They just smashed their dicks together in San Diego because that's the place where it all happens, including the Disney Magic vessel. And were boarded by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Hail ice, get them the fuck out. A CBP spokesperson told the California Post, "Where's Dean Cain when you need him? He's more boots on the ground, not, fish in the sea." But that 26 suspected crew members were interviewed by officers, and authorities confirmed that all of them were allegedly, because they haven't been charged yet because of international waters and because they are not U.S. citizens, most of them, in the receipt, possession, transportation, distribution, or viewing of materials linked to the exploitation of children. Think about that shit. And think about how mad I get. Fucking protect the kids. You protect the kids, you better protect your fucking nuts. You better protect your fucking neck. If I find out anything like that. Receipt, possession, transportation, distribution, or viewing of materials linked. Now, we know it's not like the early 90s where you're just like, oh, you find like a magazine article and you rip it out of the JCPenney catalog, and that's what they're, transporting or distributing. It's not like that at all. It's something of more lascivious nature. And you'd better be damn sure that these kids are not fully clothed. Otherwise, it wouldn't go to the exploitation port. Fucking sickening. Crew members holding foreign visas from the Philippines. Oh, that's almost like the tranny capital outside of Thailand. Portugal and Indonesia Indonesia's right near the Philippines, had their documents canceled and were removed from the country. Good. I hope they didn't get a flight. I hope they got a sink. It remains unclear which other cruise lines were involved or how many of those arrested were employed by Disney. Well, I guess that's something we have to look into, especially when you make these alleged accusations. Fuck that shit. They're fucking guilty. We all know it, but we can't really put them underneath the gallows right now because we need more evidence. How much evidence are you going to get from a fucking illegal that can barely speak English? In response, though, a Disney spokesperson said, in their best Disney speaks, we have a zero tolerance policy, for this type of behavior, and fully cooperated with law enforcement, and while the majority of these individuals are not from our cruise line, those who were are no longer with the company. While the majority of these individuals were not from your cruise line, so there were that were with your cruise line. So where's the vetting, Disney? Where are you, mouse? Probably fundraising it, to be honest. The Met Gala just happened. Maybe that's where the fundraisers went, to help with child exploitation. Now, passenger reactions raise the broader concerns. Well, okay, let's see. Did they actually, any passenger reaction should raise broader concerns because they didn't know what they were getting into. They thought they were going on a family-friendly Disney cruise, and instead find out that there's pictures and maybe even videos and other things of their children being taken in lascivious and very scandalous ways. and passed around to people who live underneath the boat. And you're never supposed to see them unless they've got their little vest and their Mickey ears on and are serving you food. One passenger captured video footage of the scene. Now, I wish that they had this in this article. I wish that they did, because I would love to see exactly what it was. But she stated that her server during the 5-day trip was among those detained. Oops. 5 days of buttering up this family and then find out that that's what he's doing. Her comment suggests that at least some of the cast members arrested for alleged possession of inappropriate materials had direct contact with passengers and their children, like this woman up here that apparently has some video footage of, I guess, an interaction with them and their family. And according to available reporting, no passengers were involved in any onboard incidents that we know of or that have been reported yet. Be on the lookout for that portion to change. They will start coming out as soon as they see this. And now that's going to do kind of like a gold sifting pattern of who's telling the truth, who has evidence, and what actually happened other than who's trying to get a payout from Disney. But they really sunk their fucking faces in it. There is egg all over their face. And it's not because they ate out a woman while she was on her period. There's a different kind of egg on their face when it comes to that. The broader situation creates a troubling image for families, because it used to be trusted, but it hasn't been trusted in a long time. And who'd have fucking thought, with all the shit, with all the shit that's been going on with Disney for the last, goodness gracious, I would say at least 15, 20 years. How can you trust them with anything anymore? They have 5-6 months to fix a ride. And then the first time that they open up to the public, it catches on fire with people on board. You have people committing suicide on the monorail in Disney World. You got Tiana's Bayou still doesn't work. I think they just scrapped the entire project now. So long. Yeah, Disney's a super good fun time, guys. It's super fun. Yay. Don't you want to take your kids? Well, only if you're Chinese and you have a daughter, so you want to throw her off a cliff. Then you can go to Big Round Rock Mountain. I don't care that was harsh. Fuck that shit. Golly. Starting off strong. And yes, this is just the start. All right, let me get out of this. Let's clear the air with a bookmark. All right, I got you guys right here. Let's clear the air with a bookmark of just Southern people doing Southern dumb shit. Witness me. Also, watch this. We're going to Dukes of Hazzard with a fucking fuel truck. Not gonna lie, 10 years ago, I might have been that person had my life not turned out the way that I had it turn out, which is infinitely better. Also, I needed some airflow. Goodness gracious me. Now, speaking of other whores, besides the one in a room that's not in the room that I'm in, hey, there's a whore in a room that I'm not in. I didn't say it was the other room. Context. This is how you win arguments. You have to listen to everything. Listen.
Make some sausage.
Are you going to make it the right way?
Just gonna put it in the pan.
No, usually you put it in your mouth. Speaking of putting it in her mouth, my name is Earl star Jamie Presley launches OnlyFans. I've always believed in evolving with the times. No, you're just getting a little bit too wrinkly and you've already shown off your goods and so many things. You're basically the trailer trash slut That's what your entire career has been made off of. It started with what's that fucking cheerleading movie? Bring It On. It started with that. And then it went off into My Name is Earl, where she's a trailer trash whore, which, you know, not gonna lie, at the time, well, actually all the times, and Dead or Alive, guys are not complaining. But now she's gonna sell herself based specifically on that. In case you don't know what she looks like, that's her right there. Sorry, I gotta hydrate before I can't say that. Jamie Presley is the latest Hollywood star to make the jump to OnlyFans. Well, if she's making the jump to OnlyFans, and she's no longer a star, she's a has-been. The actors page on the subscription-based content platform officially launches on May the 7th. So send your super chats in, guys. You get, I shouldn't say this either because of her, but like you get more out of Anna the Star Wars girl than paying this old, saggy, ragged up bitch. I've always believed in evolving with the times. How is it evolving with the times to be a whore just in front of a camera that's sent out to the entire world? Used to, yes, whenever you would sell your body for money, you would be in a club and then men would have to tip you in order to see more or to feel and experience more. Well, now I can just send it out to more people. That's evolving with the times. I can sell my body and make myself even more useless. Make myself even worth even less. Down to a peso. Cut a peso in half. That's what you fucking OnlyFans bitches are doing to yourself, and you're doing it willingly. This is another way for me to connect directly with my audience on my own terms with creativity and intention. What the fuck are you saying, bitch? I want to be a whore, but I want to, I don't want to pimp. I want to have my own terms. Well, you also have to abide by other things whenever it comes to that. Good luck with all the simps. And also like the jelly masturbators, the jelly baiters, like I like to call them. Good luck with those hunting you down, doxing you, stalking you at all points because you are online. They will find your fucking IP address. Doesn't matter, even matter if you put it through a VPN. They will fucking do that shit to you. You're opening yourself to a world of hurt and you don't even see it. Instead, you just put a little smile on your face, show a little cleavage of what tits you have left after the baby suckled them dry. And golly, I hate how far everyone's fallen. Now, I'd play a man whore in like a fucking podunk, like Trailer Park Boys and My Name is Earl or like one of those things. It's like, yeah, I'd walk around with no shirt, just wearing suspenders and pretending like I was fucking everything that moved. Pretending. That would be one role. I was like, yeah, that'll be fun. And if it's a hit, it's a hit. But I'm not going to ever sell my body. I don't care how low on times you are. Like, that's just, that means you don't respect yourself. And you don't expect other people to respect you either. They just pay for you. It's a horrible way of thinking about yourself. I love meeting fans at various Comic-Cons and behind, curtains or closed doors. What are you fucking fans at Comic-Cons? And the excitement of having those real face-to-face moments made me want to seek options like OnlyFans, real face-to-face. So definitely missionary. Pretty much the only face-to-face one without your neck contorted. Good gracious, woman. These people, like, what are they feeding them? What is in the Hollywood water? This is what I want to know. What is in their Hollywood bottled water? What is in their Hollywood Starbucks? Maybe that's a better thing to ask because they all fucking have a penchant and a fucking addiction to Starbucks. And Starbucks sucks. It's absolutely horrible. Try any other coffee shop in your area and then go back to Starbucks. You'll realize that Starbucks is just ice. Creators Inc. CEO Andy Bachman. How do I know that name? Is that the faggot that used to be on the E channel? One of those? I don't know. All right. No disrespect if it's not the same person. Who helped consult Presley on her OnlyFans launch, added, Jamie Presley has the rare mix of she's not a mainstream star, brother. She's a B-list actress, and a real audience connection that modern platforms reward. Now, don't get mad at me. Before I overspeak, and real audience connection that modern platforms reward. Gina Carano. an elite entertainer, Gina Carano. Fans are going to love what she creates here. Not with OnlyFans, but in actually having a career and like the rare mix of star power and real audience connection. That's Gina Carano. And she doesn't have to sell her body. Oops. She doesn't need to, and she doesn't want to. Jamie Presley feels the need to sell her body. It's fucking disgusting, man. Fucking disgusting. Stupid ass whores. I know a lot of you guys, anybody who ever watches this, a lot of guys will, be frothing at the mouth for it. Not me. I like classy women. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd like to see it, but I ain't fucking paying for it. Dress scantily clad, like in a movie or something like that. That's fine. I don't want you to be making like ASMR shit in a microphone. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, sit in some perv in a closet. It's like, fuck that shit. Put it in a movie. You're going to appreciate it for actual art and not just someone, pretending to suck dick for money. Have some respect. By the way, as long as I don't fuck these up, they'll probably be clipped out for videos. Just min-maxing, min-maxing. I think we have a few more bookmarks. Oh, this one was actually, and it's loud as fuck. So welcome to that. This is one that I actually saw from Az this morning. And it's just a little palate cleanser in between each little segment that we do. So this guy is fucking getting it. And it looks like Area 51, or something that's similar to it. Look at the skill, the talent. Oh, Time Crisis 3. He's got the moves.
And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I'll hold on to the wings of the eagles. And they say that
This just goes to show that even gay people can be really good at video games. He has some pizzazz and sass to him and everything like that. Much respect to you, brother. Or, I don't know when that video was made. You might be a sister now. Much respect. I have always wanted, this is one thing that I've never done with actual guns. I've never done the Rocco from Boondock Saints and doing that. Most of the time, whenever I have two pistols, I'm on the range, so you definitely can't do that. Most of the time, out in the field, it's long guns with like one sidearm. But I would love to do it one day. Just act like a fucking idiot. Do the kill shot and, from date night and all that kind of stuff. I know I wouldn't be accurate at anything, but or quick draw McGraw, where they have like 5 balloons set up, and then you have a revolver, and you're supposed to basically hit those as fast as you can, and it's all hip fire, so it's not like you can bring it up and put it in sights. It's all hip fire. I have hip fired a snake with a 22 rifle, a Ruger 22. Hip fired a snake from about 7 yards. The first one was iron sights, and then once it started wriggling, I was just hip firing it, and I only missed 2 shots out of the 15. The 15 round one. I don't know. There's something about it, and this is macabre. Whatever. It's me. There's something about it. Like once you see blood, you kind of just want more, especially with snakes. Fuck snakes. Only good snake is a dead snake, or on my dinner plate, because snake actually does taste good if you grill it right. Or put it in a sausage, like a hot dog or something like that. There's a place called Biker D's in Denver that actually has a rattlesnake. They make their own hot dogs / sausages, but you eat it like a hot dog or a bratwurst or something like that. They make rattlesnake ones, and you can eat reindeer there as well. Very good. Kangaroo, however, sucks. All right, I'm not going to be very knowledgeable about this next one, but there are some things that we should talk about because a lot of people are talking about the UFO files that have been released. I wish I could get Nerd Slap on here to talk about it because he is way more into this kind of stuff. Now, do I think aliens exist? Yes, but in what capacity? I don't know. I do think that, though, I know there are ethereal beings out there. To what extent, I cannot nail that down. But apparently, the Department of War released 162 files, including photos and video related to UFO sightings. Here are the 5 most intriguing revelations. I have seen a couple of these that I've seen for like since, oh crap, Art Bell, like for a long time since I was a kid. Now this one is it's a very famous one, or I feel like it's famous, or maybe is that the mind trick it's doing on me? An FBI composite image cited released by the Department of War, but I feel like we've seen this image before. So anyway, the administration released the first batch of long-promised files related to UFO sightings on Friday. Everybody get down on Friday. The 162 files consisting of documents, photos, and videos chronicle government employee reports of anomalous aircraft and were uploaded to the Department of War website. First thing that you should know is that there's nothing blockbuster in these real-life X-Files that are likely to convince us that extraterrestrials have visited Earth. But here's the thing. Because Disclosure Day from Steven Spielberg... Oh, get that motherfucker off my screen. Disclosure Day from Steven Spielberg is going back, all the way back to Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And it is dropping next month. Actually, in about exactly a month. No. A month and some change. The department noted that the materials archived here are unresolved cases, meaning the government is unable to make a definitive determination on the nature of the observed phenomena. Well, hold on. Let's pull that apart right there. Unresolved cases. Does that mean that they have resolved cases? Now, here's the question right there. Meaning the government is unable to make a definitive determination on the nature of the observed phenomena. But do they have UFOs and like alien bodies and stuff like that have been resolved, that have not yet been released? That's one thing. Here's number one. Reports from NASA and Apollo 17 moon mission. We all know Apollo 11 is the one that, quote unquote, to some people, touched down on the moon. I think we did. There's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there. Let's put our tinfoil hats on for 1 second. An Apollo 17 transcript includes astronauts discussing mysterious lights, which could mean anything. Quite honestly, it could mean asphyxiation. It could mean, not enough oxygen, not enough nitrogen in the air that you're breathing. It could mean a whole lot of things. It could. Newly released quotes, though, from the crew include, there's a whole bunch of big ones on my window down there, just bright. Now, that also could be radiation from the sun and like reflections going up. Don't know. It looks like the 4th of July out of Ron's window. Oh, my goodness. This is not the 6th of June. We had light flashes just about continuously during the whole flight when we were dark adapted. Well, that is also going to do something to you, too. When you're dark adapted, basically anything is going to like pulsate and look extremely weird. Now, I'm sure a scientist could tell you more about this. And if I could do more research, actually, obviously I could, but if I had done more research on this, these just sound like things that normally happen. Like if you shut your eyes too tight in the dark when you're asleep and you adapt your eyes to the nighttime, and then like any bit of light comes up, it seems blinding. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. I'm sure there's more to it, but we also don't have video evidence or photos of it. One crewman described as several flashing, rotating phenomenon that he assessed as corresponding to physical objects in space rather than a purely optical phenomena. So he is trying to do something against what I said. Corresponding to physical objects, let's see, it doesn't go any further than that. Those things, okay, we're not going to conspiracy theory territory. So this is a picture taken from the moon. because you see the moon rover right there. 2023 sighting reported by 7 federal officers who separately reported seeing UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena, across several western states over the course of 2 days. This picture is not from that. This is a picture on the moon. And they see this out there. Now, could that be well, stars are already exploding or exploded. We're just now seeing the light from it, but could that be their last phase? I don't know, especially if because there's so many, there are billions of billions of billions, quadrillions of stars in the sky. They could have just been like right place, right time. I am a skeptic until we see it in real life. And yes, we could. Let's do the tinfoil hat shit, man. A 2023 sighting. Yes, we talked about that. The witnesses said that they saw orbs launching orbs. Oh, gee whiz. They're procreating orange orbs? The orange orbs. Oh, my goodness. The quartering is involved. I swore that we weren't going to talk about this anymore. So that's what those oranges are about. They're about orbs releasing smaller red rocket orbs. So there's a dog involved. Hassan Piker, the quartering, they're in cahoots. We got him. We got him right here. Now all I need is an electroshock, and we have this. They have this entire case sealed. They also described a large hovering glowing spear, along with an object that was described as a translucent kite. Well, I'm glad it wasn't a translucent kite, because then you'd be able to see where they keep all the gold. The report notes the reporter's credibility and the potentially anomalous nature of the events themselves combined to make this report among the most compelling with Arrow's current holdings. Well, I mean, that's actually... I wish we had pictures from this. Like, what you need, babe? Water? Oh, cigarettes. A video from the United States Indo-Pacific Command showing apparent footage of an orb from an infrared sensor. I'm going to hit them titties. Oh, yeah. The video is... Sorry, not sorry. In 8 days, she will officially become my property. The video is frustrating, however. It's yet another example of grainy black and white footage of an unclear object at a distance rather than clear and high-resolution footage that's been repeatedly teased by members of Congress pushing for disclosure and government whistleblowers. This one's pretty cool. Oh, hey, we can watch it on Twitter. Let me know if this shows up. Oh, fuck you. We'll just watch it here. I fail to understand what we're seeing here. It looks like it's not the Wizard of Oz. It looks like Alice in Wonderland playing putt-putt. What's it supposed to be? Oh, I guess let's finish it. You're just playing putt-putt. And how does it know? How does the camera know to keep following it? There's some grand thing at the end. No, it's just a light. I guess this is before laser lights. Well, you didn't make it all the way up the hill. You have to roll all the way back down. That counts as a stroke. The Pentagon released an FBI composite sketch tied to a UFO sighting. That's the one that we saw earlier, even though this one is colored in. So that's the composite with coloration, which I got to be honest, that doesn't even look halfway close to real. Don't know. Of all the actual photos of UAP, the following image of this object spotted over Japan is the most clear of the bunch. And still, I mean, yeah, it looks a little bit wonky, but you know how much experimental aircraft that there was, you know, especially during the World War II times. Let's see, another sighted over Japan, a photo released by the Pentagon. It literally looks like it's trying to be an experimental plane. Although I don't know why there's a worm dick in there. Trump released the following statement regarding the falls, though. By the way, guys, if you have anything to say, you feel free to leave it in the chat or the comment section after this video is done. As for my promise, I shouldn't do that. As for my promise to you, the Department of War has released the first tranche of the UFO UAP files to the public for their review and study. In an effort for complete and maximum transparency, it was my honor to direct my greatest honor to direct my administration and identify and provide government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and unidentified flying objects. Whereas previous administration, you know, those bitches back there, Sleepy Joe, have failed to be transparent on the subject. With these new documents and videos, people can decide for themselves what the hell's going on, have fun and enjoy it. Yeah, this seems like a fucking hoax. That seems like a giant joke. I could be wrong. That's just something for retired 60-year-olds to do to keep them busy because their hands aren't dexterous enough to put together puzzles anymore. Or pull out the weeds in the garden. Like I said, I can always be wrong. It's like much ado about nothing. What should we do next? Let's rip the fuck out of Stephen Colbert. Sounds like fun. The circle jerk of Stephen Colbert's final weeks: David Letterman, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, and John Oliver. You know, the dream team that during COVID tried to do these things out of their basement and guest bedrooms and completely suckled on knobs. They hit the Late Show before the last episode. Well, they're going to hit it from behind, hit it from the side, hit it in the mouth, hit it in the ear, hit it up the nostril. They'll do it in any way possible because that's what democracy entails. Stephen Colbert has set an all-star lineup of late-night hosts as some of his final guests on The Late Show, which will conclude on May the 21st after being canceled by CBS last year. Babe, that would have been the greatest fucking wedding gift of all if our wedding day was the fucking last day of Colbert's show. I would have just nut in my pants without ever even touching her. On May 11th, Colbert will interview Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, and John Oliver, and together they will form in blob speak. Do me harder, Kamala. Let's dance. As the hosts of their own late night talk shows on NBC, ABC, and HBO, they worked with Colbert in 2023 to co-host a podcast called Strike Force 5. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, Strike Force 5, fingers into a fist up your ass, that ran during the concurrent Writers Guild and SAG-AFTRA strikes. I thought they weren't supposed to be doing that. Oh, they weren't supposed to be using the writers, and you could tell because nothing was funny. Not even camera angles were even close to being perceived as accurate. Proceeds from the podcast went towards supporting the crew members of their respective shows as they went out without pay. Actually, the proceeds were paid for by the studios. Unless it came out of their own pockets. It's not like they got monetized. Well, they did get monetized, but it's not like people were super chatting and bringing it in that way. A lot of people don't know how YouTube works. David Letterman, the original host of The Late Show, will be Colbert's guest on May the 14th, which is 6 days from now. After hosting Late Night on NBC from 1982 to 1993 and still not having the chance to get his teeth put together, Letterman moved to CBS and continued hosting The Late Show until handing the reins to Colbert upon retirement in 2015 with a 30 or odd years younger than him wife and kid, though. Not that I'm disrespecting it, just there's a lot of things going on in my head about, cradle robbing and everything like that. But I guess once you hit a certain age, it doesn't matter anymore, according to everybody in the world, I guess. Other guests stopping by as it winds down include Jim from The Office, Veep, crap, what's her name? I almost called her Janet from fucking Seinfeld. Lois? No. Oh my gosh, I am having the biggest brain fart of all time. What's her name? Shit. Pedro Pascal is there to hand out hand jobs, and Tom Hanks is there to bemoan Trump and then cry on command. Delane, what the fuck is it? That's gonna piss me off. The show will also, I know how she dances though. The show will also feature several special segments and upcoming episodes. Kids pitch. I'll leave the kids out of this shit. With Jenny Slate, Liam Neeson, John Oliver, Issa Briones, Taylor Durden, the Yvette Brothers, a Broadway performer, something by Barack Obama, take my cock Obama, and a performance by the Stroke Me Offs. Who the fuck cares? It could be a giant circle jerk of fucking liberal people trying to make fun. Oh, let's have fun. One last hurrah. Too bad that it's all Trump jokes because he stole it from you. It's like, no, your numbers, your audience stole it from you. They didn't actually steal it from you. They just didn't give it to you anymore. Fucking wanton pleb. I can't stand people like that, man. Good riddance. Oh, don't worry. He's writing like some fucking new thing of Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he's got that with Peter Jackson on his side. Fail up. That's what they always say. Fuck that nigga in his fucking mouth. There. Ma, the meatloaf. Babe, I'm hungry as fuck. You done? we actually don't talk to each other like that, but it's funnier on stream. I think it's funny to me. Who gives a fuck what you think? All right. Next, and I think last one. This is just some cool shit. This is people doing cool shit. Starts out with a woman. Now, I thought she was going to fall and bust her ass before I read the caption, but nah, cool as shit. So sit back and enjoy.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second thing, second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the sail. I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, ooh. I was broken from a young age, taking my soak into the masses, writing my poems for the few that look at me, took at me, shook at me, killing me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the... Hey, you make me a believer.
That was cool as balls. You can't even deny it. What do you need, babe?
I'm lonely.
You're lonely. We're about to end it. I only have one left. We got to talk about the Batman. Oh, thank you. Please don't knock that.
Huh?
Please don't knock it.
Ah,
Well, you just did.
no, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Okay, well, that was my toe.
Either way. I didn't. Okay, well, it was this part. Okay, well, I did, but oh. You lie. Anyway, we're about to do the Batman thing, and then one more bookmark, and then we pray, and then we're out. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Out to Eaton. and screwing and streaking and throwing Molotov cocktails into hamster cages? Hell yeah.
Where are your comments? I don't have your
My comics?
no comments.
Is that why nobody's been in the chat? We're live.
There's nothing for me to comment on.
Wait, hold on. Let me put it on mine. Hey, we're doing this fucking shit live.
I can't send you gay emojis. God,
Oh, did I get struck?
I don't know.
Nigga, I don't know. I'll have to figure this out in studio. We'll finish the thing first. But well, that sucks because people might have been wanting to talk.
Yeah, I've been wanting to talk.
Well, I wanted to talk to people. I just figured people were too busy with Friday Night Tights and they wouldn't have time. Let's figure this shit out. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Made for kids. What the fuck is this? Hell no. This shit is not made for kids. No. No. You best get right with your Lord, son. When has this ever been made for kids?
Oh. Darn it.
What the hell is you doing?
Oh, I got. You remember?
Alter content, automatic chapters. Comments on. Who can comment? Anyone. Did that change anything? It says, look, stream customization. Everything is checked. Live chat replay, live reactions, participant modes, anyone. Man, YouTube, you be trifling. You be a trifling little hoe. That's all because something I never put like for kids. I don't make anything for kids. Fuck that shit. Oh, we do try to we like to make babies. But they shouldn't be watching this fucking content. They definitely shouldn't talk the way that I do. Anyway, I am so sorry to anybody who popped in and out and wanted to talk. Apparently that's my fault. Definitely not YouTube's fault changing settings on you in the middle of things. Let's talk about the Batman. Matt Reeves breaks the ice with his first official look at the Batman Part 2. Hopefully it doesn't have that mulatto bitch in it, although we know that it will. It has been 4 years since the Batman opened in theaters, and despite James Gunn trying to hold it down and like basically giving the people's elbow from the top rope over all these years, it is finally coming out, finally gearing up for production to begin filming. October 1st. Well, we've heard that one before. We've heard that a million times. But the thing is, the reason why it's actually going to happen now is because James Gunn is fucking drowning in his hubris, in all of the semen that is spilling out of his wife's coochie that is not from him, but other men who just keep running trains on her while he watches in the corner. And just the fact that he is a shitty filmmaker. He is a one-trick pony. But while stars like Robert Pattinson and Andy Serkis are returning with names like Sebastian Stan, ScarJo, and Senior Lannister, Charles Dance joining the cast, few plot details have been revealed about the upcoming sequel. Batman Part 2 is high. Oh, smoking out a little weefer. And director Matt Reeves has now offered a sneak peek at what audiences can expect, and it looks like The Dark Knight is going to kick some ice. Ooh, do we get Mr. Freeze? Or is that just a horrible pun? Well, it's probably Mr. Freeze. Let's get into it. He posted 2 screenshots of the camera test for the Batman Part 2 on X. Yes, I have seen these. So the caption reads, "Snow tires," with pictures of the monitors filming the Batmobile driving over snow as part of the preliminary production, even though it would snow in the winter up there where they are. Gotham is basically New York. It snows up there a lot. With filming set to begin in London starting in June. In a series of follow-up posts responding to fans, Reeves confirms that it will feature a snow-covered action sequence, much like one of the Pierce Brosnan James Bond films. Oh, I thought you were taking not Pierce, Percival. Girl, I called her up. So let's see. Now I'm not gonna lie, the snow driven aesthetic actually does look really cool. Actually, the right one kind of looks like the DeLorean driving through snow. But it is a cool aesthetic to bring to an action sequence. However, here's one thing that I wish and I hope that they do. How people driving on snow, you can easily lose your grip. And I hope that is incorporated into this chase sequence to show how difficult it is to drive in snow. That would make it more believable. And when you're going for when you're going for a believable aesthetic Batman, come on, you have to have all these factors in place. Not saying he doesn't. Presence of snow in Gotham is nothing new to the franchise. Yeah, because, oh my gosh, Batman Returns, the Penguin, all that shit. Oh, there it is. But was set at Christmas. Well, the climax of 2012's The Dark Knight Rises took place during Gotham's winter. There was also 1990. Oh, that does not exist. The Ice Age, which featured the ice theme. That one does not exist. Just kill it off the face of the earth. Burn it with fire. You know what kills ice? Fire. Just melt that shit in a little puddle. Mexicans? They kill ice? Oh, no, they don't kill ice. Ice kills them. Where the Cape Crusader needed to fight on ice, while snow in a Batman movie might raise speculation that Mr. Freeze could be the main villain. It's not necessarily a tease for the chili. No, I don't think Mr. Freeze would be the main villain in this. I think he's just going for something where it's not. I think, here's what I truly think. There was a lot of not a speculation, but there were a lot of reviews and people like saying that Batman, you know, the color palette was too dark. It was lit too darkly and everything. So he's doing this as a contrast to still keep the dark tone, but giving more contrast in the colors. That's what I really think he's trying to do. Plus, it is a natural weather pattern, and maybe there's something else that's going on with the villain that, you know, is maybe it could be the Penguin or something like that. Although I highly doubt it because they did the TV show. Matt Reeves did the Penguin TV show where he's not supposed to be the main villain of this one. But it could be somewhere along those lines. I think he's really just doing it for like pops of aesthetic on the screen. My big, hold on. Batman Saga news. My biggest fucking dream to see in live action is a bloody Batman in snow. I really hope this means it's happening. You have seen it before. You fucking queer. Rare says it's time. Okay, so that's from some of the comics. To be honest, I don't read the Batman comics. I couldn't tell you tip from tat. It looks a little bit newer. I don't know, but why do they act like there's never been snow? The events of the Batman take place over a week, beginning on the night of Halloween and concluding on the morning of November 6th. Subsequent, why not? If they want snow, just end it on January 6th, and Batman will be the one that stormed the White House for freedom and justice. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. While it's unclear how long the series spans or when the epilogue takes place, it is clear that the Batman Part 2 will pick up shortly after the first film and the Penguin. With this snowy reveal, we can now safely assume the sequel will take place in Diciembre, making for another Christmas set Batman film, just like Batman Returns was, or even early January at the start of the new year, perhaps even both. Perhaps you don't know even what you're talking about. It's all just speculation. Well, that's all we do here on this channel is speculation anyway, except when we know the facts and we present them for you. And then make jokes and shit on them because most of the time these people do not know how to write articles in any way whatsoever. But if it entertains me, hopefully it entertains you. And if it doesn't, you know, hey, it's all good. Different strokes, different folks. We got last Wern. Now, I know Mother's Day is this Sunday. But don't forget about Father's Day. Father's Day is slept on. Hey, happy Father's Day. By the way, you have to cook all the food on the grill. Well, to be honest, you can't trust a woman to work a grill, but yeah, even on the day that's meant to celebrate him, he still has to work. Well, mothers, oh, mama, they get everything that they want. I love my mom. I give her anything that she wants. But this is something for Father's Day. This is our last bookmarker of the night. And this is just Father's Day. This is a great little gift. This is also why women don't mow the lawn, because she was struggling just with chest hair. Imagine if the weeds got up a little bit too high. You got some Johnson grass up in there. Oh, yeah, you're never getting rid of that with that woman. But I think it was hilarious. Also, I'm going to start needing that for my nose soon. You get to a certain age, you've always had nose hair, but then it starts creeping out like it's trying to escape. It's like Andy Dufresne. How many years did he spend in Shawshank and he finally got out? That's what it's trying to do. I was like, oh, I can get it with my electric, but it doesn't last very long. Also doesn't do shit because I have a deviated septum. So like, it's not like it's actually even helping anything from stopping the running. I was a running. All right, guys. That's the last. Somehow I made it well over an hour by myself. Someone's like, I don't need you. Who I not need? I do not need the devil in my life. He's going to try all he wants to, but I do not need him in my life. And neither do you. Even though you might want him secretly. So this is what we do at the end of every stream. We pray. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And pretty soon she will be a part of my house. You do not have to agree in order to participate or in order to be prayed for. But we will consider everything because YouTube fucked everything up over there with the chat over there. We will assume that all prayers are unspoken and we will treat them as such. Maybe you have anything you want said out loud? Okay. You should always pray for pimples to go to hell away. Guys, if you would, on serious notes. Oh, that's bright. Heavenly Father, we come to you today thankful for this little extra bit of time that we can spend with our friends and spend with our community. Lord, we're thankful for the gifts and the blessings that you have provided us where we were too proud to even ask, but you gave it to us anyway. Lord, we ask these things to also be bestowed upon the people in the chat, the people that watch later, the people who don't even know that we exist. We ask that you reach out and touch their hearts and their souls with your peace and your guiding love. Lord, as we go out through this weekend, as we celebrate mothers, whether they have been good to us or not, they are still your children, and no one is bereft of your love if they but choose it. Lord, for all the spoken prayers, which is, facial blemishes, that's definitely a nuisance. Something that we all deal with at some point in our life, and a lot of us for most of our lives. It's just a hindrance, and Lord, we ask that you help with that. And all the unspoken prayers, Lord, we lift them up so that because you know how to handle them, each case individually and specifically. We trust in you and we love you. And as we end this night, Lord, I pray to you in the way that Jesus, your Son, our holy Lord and Savior, taught us to pray to you. Baby, Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Okie dokie. That light never stops being bright. What? Can I get a little sausage? What? Wait, where is it? In here?
No, it's not in there.
I smells it though.
It's in the kitchen.
I smells it, precious.
Well, I do have some. I put some beer in it.
You put some beer in it.
Yeah.
Well, oh goodness. Well, next time on Cooking 101 with a complete redhead. Not by birth, by choice.
Would I do it wrong?
Babe, that beer is not going to absorb into the already pre-cased. That's natural casing sausage.
This is funny that I cut the sausage open.
It's still, it should have been in the mince. Should have done it that way. Because then you cook it too fast. So it's just, it might caramelize, but instead it's just going to make it a little bit more soggy, and it's going to take a little bit longer, and it won't be. Oh my goodness. Okay, a chef talking to a kitchen cook. If that. Next time on How to Burn a Grilled Cheese, we will have Miss Malty in front and center. All right. We love you guys. We appreciate you. This is Mouth of Malty. And soon to be Mrs. Malty over there. Yep. For as long as we have you, we love you. Bye. Let's play with some shit. Why not? Wild thing. You make my heart sing. You know everything. I actually kept that on beat pretty much, except for the last one. Hell yeah. Somebody called a police. Bye.